What if I told you that communication could be the key thing that you're missing in your pursuit of a godly marriage? You're doing your best to honor God, but dating in today's world feels like a battlefield. Hookup culture, confusion over what's biblical and what's not, pressure from family and friends, or just feeling like you're invisible in your own church. And for the ladies, if you ever wondered where are all the godly men, or why does the church feel like it's only catering towards women, then in this video, we have an answer for you. And fellas, we need to hear your voice in this conversation too. Why does it feel like the church isn't a place for you? What are some of the things that's keeping men from showing up, speaking up, and staying connected? Well, my name is James, and with my wife Briana, we create Christian content that focuses on real talk, biblical truth, and a little bit of humor. This isn't just your regular dating tip video. This is a conversation we need to have about communication, community, and how to prepare for a kingdom marriage in a culture that's lost its way. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video.
You know what love is. You know what love is.
Curious to know from men specifically, like Christian men, what is it about Christian community that makes you guys feel like it's not for you? I feel like there has been a grave, epidemic is a strong word, but I've just been noticing a lot lately how few men there are in Christian spaces that I attend, whether it be at church, whether it be in the young adults group I run, whether it be like back in college. There just aren't a lot of men around. And I feel like this is something we always have seen, we've always noticed. The Christian community is made up of 2/3 women, basically. And I never really questioned it until I got into ministry myself and was like, actually, no, where are the men? But I genuinely don't, I'm not a man, so I can't speak to why men might feel like that or what the thing might be. And so I'm just trying to learn. I just want to know, what do you guys feel? What is it about Christian community that, makes y'all not want to be a part of it? Or do you feel like you have it? And, if you have it, where is it? Where do you go? Do you have groups of men that, hold you accountable, that uplift you, that you can talk to and openly, discuss spiritual and, non-spiritual things with? And if you don't, what is preventing you from seeking that out? Genuine, I'm not even trying to judge. I'm not even, quite, I just want to know, because I'm I know as a woman, when I feel like I need more friends, or I feel like I want to meet new people, I'm going to a Christian event, I'm going to a worship night, I'm going to a Bible study, I'm going to go seek out women in these spaces. And more often than not, I'm finding the girls. By all means, they're there. I don't have many guy friends who are Christian, for real Christian, who walk with the Lord, who are devout, who are serious about their faith. And as someone who runs a young adults ministry, I'm also okay, where are the men in our young adults ministry too? I believe there's value in co-ed spaces. I believe there's value in the opinions of men and women in Christian spaces. And as the body of Christ, in totality, we need men just as much as we need women. I work for a church as well. And when we get the numbers back of who attended service, how many people attended service, we break it up into male and female. There are significantly more women than men coming to church on Sundays. Why? Literally, why? I'm just asking why. I just want to know why. As someone who wants to create and uphold a ministry that is suitable for both men and women, I would love to know, what do men look for in Christian community? What are y'all searching for? What do y'all need? What would get you to come to Bible study? What would get you to come to Christian events? What would get you to come to gatherings? What would get you to engage in community? Because we actually really do need you in these spaces. We need your opinion. We need your perspective. We need your life experience to learn more about this walk together, to learn more about Jesus together, because he's in all of us. And so please, if you are a man and this is on your For You page, if this is on your timeline, let me know. I'm literally just here to learn.
Yeah,
This keeps coming up.
Yeah, I see it happen, coming up frequently. And then when it comes up, I always look at the comments, and just from hearing, because prayerfully we are, and thankfully, and we're at a church that's not really an issue. This is probably the first church that I've known of, by being a part of it, where you see a healthy number of men. And Pastor Mason will always say that you can tell the health of the church by looking at the men in attendance. If there aren't a lot of men in attendance, then you really got to look at the health of the church and what they're preaching and what they're teaching. And to Sis's point, there aren't a lot of guys in these churches, and then you got to look at, okay, well, what are they preaching? What are they teaching? Because if it's not real biblical truth, because guys that I know from the circles that I'm in, they want to know truth. They don't want to have
bear.
they don't want to have no name it, claim it, gummy bear. It's all about, because the stuff that's itching ears. This your season. This your time. men can seep and read through that, and they can see like, all right, yo,
Yeah.
you doing this to pimp the congregation, you doing this to get
Mhm.
another love offering, or to get another offering. But it's like, yo, like, where is the biblical truth? And
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that we're a part of a church like that, and I know that we're not the only church out there that
Mhm.
has a healthy number of men in attendance, but I think that by looking at the men in attendance there, you got to look at then, okay, well, what exactly are they teaching in this church?
Because a part of me, and this is where my thoughts went. I'm like, do you think that some of them, I know it's not all, I'm just going to ask the question, do you think that some of them are saying, hey, I would rather just either be solo dolo. You got the solo dolos.
Yeah.
You got the, like, for instance, hardly initiated. Like,
Hmm.
they don't have a church home,
They
right?
don't.
Well, and of course they went into depth on why. So you have the solo dolos
Yep.
who, and it seems like they're actively pursuing Christ, but that area is being worked upon.
Yep.
And then I think you have some, based off what you were saying, who are like, hey, I'll just stay in the world. Like,
Yeah.
if it ain't the truth, like if this ain't the raw gospel,
Yeah.
I might as well, because they don't want to play.
Yeah.
Like, there is no point for them. It's like, what's the point of playing church?
Yeah.
And so and I think it's those, it may be more that you see, but it's like you got the solo dolos, or you got, hey, I'ma just do me,
Yeah.
literally, in the world,
Yeah.
because this is just, it's nonsense, it's confusion. And I think too, because when you bring up the health of the church, I'm thinking, like, that's true. It's like, what what are we doing to shift the narrative?
Hmm.
And I know that when you mention our church, Epiphany Fellowship, I know that Pastor Mark does a good job of, first of all, there's a name set, humanity, right?
Yep.
Y'all do a good job of, y'all have y'all core where y'all all come together. You got the breakouts where y'all can get raw,
Yep.
have y'all moments. It's like,
And
it's
and then the small groups even
it's a
within that.
system and it's working,
Yep.
right? And I think that we have to, and within the larger scope within the body, there has to be a system in place. Like, it's one thing to get them to come in.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Because
To
here's
keep
the
them in.
thing, because I talk about this all the time, like, even with our entrepreneurship, right?
Hmm.
We don't just want to build a community, but we don't have anything of substance to give to that community.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing when it comes to the church. Like, okay, so the goal is to get them in, but right, that's what the main goal. Like, okay, get them to
Bring
come
them in.
back. Okay, but what are they coming back to?
Yeah.
Right? Because like you're saying, it's like you see the health of the church by the men, by the leadership, by that, right? But it's like there has to be health before too.
Yeah.
Like, we the those that have been given that role as pastors,
Yeah.
what's coming forth, what's being pushed out, what's being fed, what systems are in place within that church system, within that congregation, within that place, that will even give a man a place to be safe, give a man a place to build, because it's harder to
Yeah.
separate once you've, you know gotten close and built connection.
Yeah.
Or are we giving them a space for that, or is it just come on Sunday and I leave?
I,
You know what I mean?
I'll put it like this, and I mean, because this plays a major role in dating and relationships, because of this epidemic. You now have sisters that are looking outside of the church
For
for
companions.
for husband, and
Mhm.
I think that's one. I think that's we as the church are doing a disservice to our sisters by, like,
Mhm.
not making it a place for them to, hey, look, I mean, you shouldn't be looking anywhere else but the church,
Yeah.
because that's a place where you should find men of God.
Mhm.
But then I think too, the reason why, of the myriad of reasons, one could be because what are they teaching? Two, it could be
Are the sisters of God?
you just have those that are just, they want to just flounder in the world because they love the world and the things
Mhm.
in it. The Bible
Mhm.
speaks about that.
Mhm.
But then you have those that come to the church, um, but then they're immediately greeted with, what can you do, versus being seen
Mhm.
for who they are.
Mhm.
I give you
Mhm.
case in point with my own interaction with an Epiphany. Came there. I actually came there ready to serve, and joined a couple ministries and all that. But I came from my previous church. It was just all about me just serving, and where I really wasn't seen outside of for what I did, not for who I was. It wasn't until we entered into the season in which we are now, where my father is sick, and it was Pastor Mason himself who saw and just knew about this situation. Him, the other pastors, they knew about the situation with my dad, and like it immediately became a like, hey, how's your dad? How are you? How's things? Checking in and
stopping by.
But it's men want to come and be seen for who they are.
Yeah. Not for just
not for just as soon as I'm coming in, as soon as I'm coming in, I'm sitting around because I'm either dragged in because my wife dragged me in, or like I'm here and now you want me to just stand by the door, stand security, fold some chairs, do this and do that, serve it. It's like, yes, they'll serve. More men will be willing to serve if they're seen as men first.
Yeah.
And not as, oh, this is my security guy, this is my chair guy, this is my, like, see them. And I think that can be another reason and reality as to why a lot of
giving them a
men,
safe
a safe place to just be, a safe place,
human.
a safe place to just let down their guard and say, yo, like, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Who can I speak to that I can confide in, that I can trust in, which is issues that I'm dealing with as I'm struggling with my walk with Christ, and then my walk within the world, and then what I'm going through, the trials and tribulations that that the Bible says that we must go through, with the temptation to want to just make it easy by just letting it all go and just going back into the world, like making that
the everyday
struggle, but then making that the content in which you use to draw in men, because I promise you that's their pain point. That's why Jesus said, all those who are weary and heavy laden, come unto me and I will give you rest. That included, he was speaking to the men. He was speaking to their wives and stuff too, but he was speaking primarily to the men, and they came in and they brought it was flipped back then. The men came and then they were bringing their wives and all that, so now it's the other way around. So, but I don't know, what do y'all think?
What are y'all thoughts? Especially men, tap in.
Like, brothers, share your thoughts, your comments.
The comment section is open.
What has been y'all experience? So
the doors of the comment section is open. Are open.
Yeah.
The doors of the comment section are open.
Not the usher.
Now, if you thought that conversation was good and you would like to support the channel, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button so that the video can get out in the algorithm and reach more Christian singles. The goal for us is 1,000 subscribers and at least 100 likes on each video. So we would really appreciate your support by hitting that thumbs up button and hitting that subscribe button. And join the Meaningful Monogamy team. Now, if you like this conversation about why men aren't in the church, then you will also like this conversation that Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell brought up the same topic, and we go into a little bit more details that we didn't do in this video. All right, I'll see you over there.
You know what love is.